If you are looking for a compact car with a huge boot, you should take a look at Volkswagen Jetta. The car is spacious, comfortable, and drives well. Hello from Auto Start Test and welcome to my review of Volkswagen Jetta. The presented model is the 6th generation of the Jetta. This generation was produced from 2010 to 2018. This model left the factory in 2015 and it is the version after the facelift. Under the bonnet of this model, there is a 2.0 TDI engine with a 7-speed DSG automatic transmission. From the outside, the car resembles a larger Passat model, and this is probably a big advantage. The silhouette is simple, but very proportional. Let's look inside. Despite the fact that the car looks really good, unfortunately you can find some places where Volkswagen was trying to save money. All doors are made of hard plastic. It's good that at least the armrest is soft. We have a spacious pocket at the bottom, very comfortable seats with very good lateral support. Multifunctioning steering wheel adjustable in 2 planes. Unfortunately, with my height I would like to be able to raise the steering wheel a little higher. The interior has been perfectly designed and throughout. Despite the fact that it is a 5-year-old car, the clocks and the layout look very modern, and the onboard computer operation is very intuitive. A dashboard made of soft material, we also find plastic that looks like wood. The center console equipped with a standard factory radio, air conditioning panel, and space for small items with a 12-volt and aux socket. In the middle tunnel, we have a gear shift and 2 places for drinks. Quite roomy, the 750ml bottle fits without problems. Then the armrest and a small compartment that fails the depth test. The compartment in front of the passenger is very spacious and has 2 levels. The only thing I have reservations about is the location of the mirror setting knob. In my opinion, the knob should be in a different place. A little higher up, illuminated sun visors, a glasses holder, and interior lighting. Sufficient space even for tall drivers, plenty of headroom and legroom. The only thing that can be a problem is the hard plastic in this place. A few words about visibility. This mirror could be a little higher. The A-pillars are too wide, very low, and too close to the driver, can obstruct your view when taking sharp turns on narrow roads. Visibility in the exterior mirrors is perfect. In addition, we have free space in this place, which improves visibility. Visibility to the rear is impaired by the angle of the rear window and very wide C-pillars. Sitting behind the tall driver, I still have room for my knees and over my head. The rear part of the front seat is very soft, so I fit easily. Likewise, my wife has plenty of room overhead and for her legs. Unfortunately, as in compact cars, 2 adults or 1 adult with a child will comfortably sit in the rear. For 2 adults and a baby seat, there is definitely not enough space. On the back, there is also a very comfortable armrest with a place for drinks, additional space for longer items. Air vents, 12-volt socket. Unfortunately, the middle tunnel is tall and wide. Time for the boot. The boot, with a capacity of 510 liters, is deep and very spacious. With a spare wheel and tools under the floor, spacious compartments on the sides for small items. By folding the backrests of the rear seat, you can easily expand the cargo space. Time for a drive. The Jetta with this engine gives you a completely different driving experience in the town than outside of the town. When start to drive from the first gear, the car gives the impression that it has no power at all. It is heavy, one to drive. The situation changes when the gearbox starts to shift to a higher gear. Then we have all the power at our disposal. But when driving in the town, the car is louder and changing gears is more noticeable. The country roads, it is ideal conditions for this car. While driving calmly at a constant speed, the gearbox tries to maintain the highest possible gear to drive fully economically. Gear shifting is very smooth and the engine works quietly. When you driving on the country roads, you have the impression that under the bonnet you have a petrol, not a diesel engine. The only thing that can bother you is the low soundproofing of the chassis. Driving on the road with poor surface inside the vehicle is very loud and not very pleasant. The suspension is hard. Every unevenness on the road is felt by our body. Definitely in this car the suspension should be more comfortable. I also have reservations about side holding in the seats. Despite the fact that it seems very solid, we have the impression that we fall out of the seat when driving on the corner at higher speeds. The steering wheel is exactly like in any Volkswagen, precise in the town, but at higher speeds you can feel a slight play. The brakes in this car work in a very specific way. When the situation on the road forces us to brake suddenly, then the car almost stops at the one place. But driving at a constant speed above 40 miles an hour, lightly pressing the brake pedal does not do anything at all. The car does not react at all. So be careful driving close to the car in front of you. You might be surprised. One more note about acceleration. As it is a diesel engine, the acceleration response is delayed by 1 to 2 seconds. I mean rapid acceleration. Going at 40 miles an hour, the delay is 2 seconds and then literally stabs us in the seat. At speeds above 60 miles an hour, we wait 1 second to react. A second is very short, but when deciding to overtake, it is almost an eternity. To sum up, the 6th generation Volkswagen Jetta is a comfortable, spacious car with plenty of space in the boot. The Jetta looks good and is easy to drive. If you like a stiff suspension and a lot of power, you should be interested in this car. And what do you think about this model? As always, I look forward to see your comments. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching, take care of yourself and your 4 wheels, and see you next time.